Hey, so I know we're living in uncertain times, right? They call this the new normal. We're living during the COVID-19 crisis. We've got stay-at-home orders. The only places we can go are to essential businesses. All non-essential businesses are closed or what the state deems as non-essential. I have my own philosophy on essential versus non-essential, but part of the non-essential businesses that are closed are nail salons. And for me, anyone who knows me personally knows that I love my nails. And so at first I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Right? They won't tell us how long they're going to be closed. What am I supposed to do? Because I love my nails or I love putting on makeup, so what next? And then I had to remember, what is it that I would have told my client, right? Step out of the coach's chair and step into the client's chair. If I was working with a client right now, what would I be telling them? And it dawned on me is that, like I'm always saying, in whether I'm working with coaching clients or I'm speaking on stages or through my coaching programs, is that you've always got to stay learning. The moment you stop learning is the moment you stop growing. And I don't care what you're learning. Learn a new skill, learn a new hobby, learn something. And right now is the perfect time to do it. While everyone's staying at home, instead of going crazy and being frustrated at everything you can't do and focusing on everything that you can't go do, why don't you stay at home and say, what can I do right now? What can I do right now that maybe will help me grow, that I can learn something new, right? Maybe a DIY craft or a fun game or anything. For me, it was, hey, if I can't go to the nail salon's going to come to me and I'm going to do my own nails. I've seen it done plenty of times. Like I've gotten my nails done for over 20 years now. And so why can't I just model exactly what my nail technician does on me to myself? Right? I teach a modeling principle that is super, super powerful. If you ever want to elevate yourself and become a person that you desire to be, it's all about modeling excellence, right? And in my opinion, I got the best nail technician on the planet. So I was like, man, I am at such an advantage. I'm just going to model what she does and I'm going to do my own nails. So I got to it. I went online, I ordered all the supplies that I needed, and I sat down. I was so excited to learn a new skill and to start modeling exactly what my nail technician does on myself. And boom, look at this. New nails, fresh nails, beautiful. And I'm so, so excited. And that's what I want for you. Right now, instead of focusing on everything that you can't do, why don't you take this time and focus on what you can do? What is something that I can come out of this a stronger person or a better person? What is something that I can do now to grow and to work on myself so that when things go back to normal or when things, when we can go about the cabin again and get out into the world again and live our lives fully, what is something that I can take out of this? What is something that I can sit there and say, hey, you know what? This pandemic didn't run me. I ran the pandemic, right? It's like, hey, you know what? Let me make the best use out of my time. And instead of Netflixing and chilling all day long, let me learn something new so then I don't feel like I've just wasted this time. Let me grow. We've got a new book coming out, a new course coming out, all this brilliant stuff coming out, and it's going to just create so many high vibe leaders. We're so excited about it. But I could find the time to also learn something new, like doing my nails. It's what I teach my clients is it's all about modeling excellence. So take this time now and think, gosh, what can I do to grow and better develop myself? Hone in on some new skills, some new crafts, maybe do a DIY, anything that will allow me to make the best use out of my time right now so it's not wasted time and that I come out of this a much stronger and better person because of it. And so I wanted to share that with you. I did my own nails for the first time and they came out perfect. They came out beautiful. And all I had to do was model what had been shown to me over and over and over again. That's how easy it is to repeat the cycle, right? Why reinvent the wheel when I can model somebody who does it well, who knows what they're doing, and who's gotten the education to do it? And I just have to model that to make it my own. And that's exactly how simple it is. Within an hour or two. It took me a little bit longer than it would have taken my nail technician because it was my first time. But you know what? It was okay because now I know certain things that I maybe do next time that maybe aren't pertinent. And you kind of make it your own and say, well, I don't need that and I can do this, and then you kind of refine as you go. So the next time I do my own nails, it'll be a lot quicker, it'll be a lot easier. And the more you model the behavior, the better you become and the easier it becomes. Okay, so get out there. Take this time right now and grow from it. Learn something new and be the best you. Focus on you. Right now, I believe that we are made to stay at home right now for the stay at home order because we need to work on ourselves, right? We're so busy taking care of everybody else and doing everything else that when have we taken a step back and said, you know what, let me take a step back and work on myself? We get so caught up with the daily life hustle and bustle of things that right now there's no time like the present to grow, to work on yourself, figure out how can I come out of this a much better and stronger person. That's what it's all about. When I'm working with my clients every day, I'm like, hey, what have you done this week to come out of this a better and stronger person, to make sure your business is growing, to make sure anything you're ready for when you leave the house again and everything goes back to somewhat normal, that you are ready to go out there and live your best life and be the best version of yourself, to be that high vibe leader that you were born to be, that you were meant to become. What can you do now to make sure that you are taking care of yourself, that you're growing, that you're learning, and that you are advancing, even if you're forced to stay at home? Okay, so figure out something that you can do, something you can learn. Maybe you want to learn something silly like archery or how to juggle, anything. What it does is every time you learn something, it expands your mind capability and it motivates you to be like, hey man, I now can go out and do this. So shall I want to become a juggler for a living? I know how to do it, right? Or I could do kids' parties, or heck, my kids can be entertained by this. Right. And that's what I want. That's what I'm working with my daughter on right this time, right now. Make the best use of your time. Learn a new skill, learn how to draw, learn how to paint, learn how to do something, right? Me and my daughter just had a paint night the other night, and I'm not the best painter in the world. Actually, I don't even think I'm a very good painter in the world. But you know what? It was fun doing it. Spend this time with your loved ones, grow, learn something new, and come out of this a better person. It's my message for you today, okay? Get out there. I did it. I went out of my comfort zone, did learned something new, did my own nails, love them, and I can't wait to do it again. And you know what? I want that for you. Get out there and figure out what is it something that I can learn during this pandemic for myself that will allow me to still keep growing and will allow me to come out of this a much stronger and more dynamic person, that my best version of myself. Forget who you were going into this pandemic. Focus on who you want to become when you get out of this pandemic. Okay, that's the real key. Is focus on what do I want for what's next? What's next in my life? When I can go back to work, or I can go back to shopping at the mall, or whatever, hanging out with my friends, right? When I can go to events, festivals, what do I want other than that to come out of this as? How can I be the best version of myself coming out of this pandemic to where I can make a change in this world? I can leave my footprint, leave my legacy behind. Work on that now. Work on that now. Make the best use of your time. Okay. I hold the strongest intentions for all of you high vibe leaders. I know that you are going to rock it. And I am so excited to see exactly how we come out of this much stronger and better together and independently, so that we can be that change, right? But it starts with us. We've got to be the best version of ourselves, and it spreads like wildfire. And that's what I want you to focus on during this pandemic. What can you do to continuously learn and work on yourself? Okay. I'm so excited. I just want to share this tip with you, and I wish you all the best and the best health in the world. And I can't wait to see you on the other side.